The Secret Garden. Francis Hodgson Burnett. Previously, Colin declared his first scientific experiment to call the magic that makes things grow and live. Believing that words and thought could shape the body, he invited Mary, Dickon, and Ben Weatherstaff to help him begin. Let them laugh. The secret garden was not the only one Dickon worked in. Round the cottage on the moor there was a piece of ground enclosed by a low wall of rough stones. Early in the morning and late in the fading twilight, and on all the days Colin and Mary did not see him, Dickon worked there, planting or tending potatoes and cabbages, turnips and carrots and herbs. For his mother, in the company of his creatures he did wonders there, and was never tired of doing them, it seemed. While he dug or weeded he whistled or sang bits of Yorkshire moor songs or talked to Soot or Captain or the brothers and sisters he had taught to help him. We'd never get on as comfortable as we do, Mrs. Sowerby said, if it wasn't for Dickon's garden. Anything'll grow for him. His taters and cabbages is twice teeth size of anyone else's, and they've got a flavor with them as nobody's has. When she found a moment to spare she liked to go out and talk to him. After supper there was still a long clear twilight to work in, and that was her quiet time. She could sit upon the low rough wall and look on, and hear stories of the day. She loved this time. There were not only vegetables in this garden. Dickon had bought penny packages of flour, seeds now and then, and sown bright sweet-scented things among gooseberry bushes and even cabbages, and he grew borders of mignonette and pinks and pansies and things whose seeds he could save year after year, or whose roots would bloom each spring and spread in time into fine clumps. The low wall was one of the prettiest things in Yorkshire because he had tucked moorland foxglove and ferns and rock cress and hedgerow flowers into every crevice until only here and there glimpses of the stones were to be seen. All a chap's got to do to make him thrive, mother, he would say, is to be friends with them for sure. They're just like creatures. If they're thirsty, give 'em a drink, and if they're hungry, give 'em a bit o' food. They want to live same as we do. If they died I should feel as if I'd been a bad lad and somehow treated them heartless. It was in these twilight hours that Mrs. Sowerby heard of all that happened at Misselthwaite Manor. At first she was only told that Master Colin had taken a fancy to going out into the grounds with Miss Mary, and that it was doing him good. But it was not long before it was agreed between the two children that Dickon's mother might come into the secret. Somehow it was not doubted that she was safe for sure. So one beautiful still evening Dickon told the whole story, with all the thrilling details of the buried key and the robin and the grey haze, which had seemed like deadness, and the secret mistress Mary had planned never to reveal. The coming of Dickon and how it had been told to him, the doubt of Master Colin, and the final drama of his introduction to the hidden domain, combined with the incident of Ben Weatherstaff's angry face peering over the wall and Master Colin's sudden indignant strength, made Mrs. Sowerby's nice-looking face quite change color several times. "My word," she said, "it was a good thing that little lass came to Manor. It's been to making o' her and to savon o' him, standin' on his feet, and us all thinkin' he was a poor half-witted lad with not a straight bone in him." She asked a great many questions, and her blue eyes were full of deep thinking. "What do they make of it at Manor, him being so well and cheerful, and never complainin'?" she inquired. They don't know what to make of it, answered Dickon. Every day as comes round his face looks different. It's fillin' out and doesn't look so sharp and waxy color is goin'. But he has to do his bit complainin', with a highly entertained grin. What for, I mercy's name? Asked Mrs. Sowerby. Dickon chuckled. He does it to keep them from guessin' what's happened. If the doctor knew he'd found out he could stand on his feet, he'd likely right and tell Mester Craven. Mester Colin's savant his secret to tell himself. He's goin' to practice his magic on his legs every day till his father comes back, and then he's goin' to march into his room and show him he's as straight as other lads. But him and Miss Mary thinks it's best plan to do a bit o' groanin' and frettin' now and then to throw folk off scent. Mrs. Sowerby was laughing a low, comfortable laugh long before he had finished his last sentence. She said, that pair's enjoyin' theirselves, I'll warrant. They'll get a good bit o' play actin' out of it, and there's nothin' children likes as much as play actin'. Let's hear what they do, Dickon lad. Dickon stopped weeding and sat up on his heels to tell her. His eyes were twinkling with fun. Mester Colin is carried down to his chair every time he goes out, he explained. And he flies out at John, th footman, for not carryin' him careful enough. He makes himself as helpless lookin' as he can and never lifts his head until we're out o' sight o'th house. And he grunts and frets a good bit when he's bein' settled into his chair. Him and Miss Mary's both got to enjoyin' it, and when he groans and complains she'll say, Poor Colin, does it hurt you so much? Are you so weak as that? Poor Colin. But trouble is that sometimes they can scarce keep from burstin' out Logan. When we get safe into the garden they laugh till they've no breath left to laugh with, and they have to stuff their faces into Mester Colin's cushions to keep the gardeners from hearin'. If any of 'em's about, teach more they laugh, teach better for 'em, said Mrs. Sowerby, still laughing herself. Good healthy child Logan's better than pills any day o' t' year. That pair'll plump up for sure. They are plumpin' up, said Dickon. They're that hungry they don't know how to get enough to eat without makin' talk. Mester Colin says if he keeps sendin' for more food they won't believe he's an invalid at all. Miss Mary says she'll let him eat her share, but he says that if she goes hungry she'll get thin and they mun both get fat at once. Mrs. Sowerby laughed so heartily at the revelation of this difficulty that she quite rocked backward and forward in her blue cloak, and Dickon laughed with her. I'll tell thee what, lad, Mrs. Sowerby said when she could speak. I've thought of a way to help 'em. When the goes to 'em in mornin's the shall take a pail o' good new milk and I'll bake 'em a crusty cottage loaf or some buns wi' currants in 'em, same as you children like. Nothin' so good as fresh milk and bread. Then they could take off tage o' their hunger while they were in their garden, and teach fine food they get indoors you polish off tea corners. Mother, said Dickon admiringly, what a wonder the art always sees a way out o' things. They was quite in a pother yesterday. They didn't see how they was to manage without orderin' up more food. They felt that empty inside. They're two young Eunice growin' fast, and health's comin' back to both of children like that feels like young wolves, and food's flesh and blood to 'em, said Mrs. Sowerby. Then she smiled Dickon's own curving smile. But they're enjoyin' theirselves for sure, she said. Stars are watching over you. You're never alone. Good night.